What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another flashback episode. We have Falcon Crest season 2, episode 10. So listen, here we are. Maggie is still down in Los Angeles trying to make her movie dreams come true. Chase and the kids are struggling with keeping up with the things that Maggie does every day, like wash the dishes and do the laundry. Okay, Cole is stressed out because he know that he is the baby daddy of Melissa's baby, but he hasn't told his parents yet. Melissa is bringing the baby home, but Lance is still doing what Lance does best, which is ignore her. He said, I just need that baby to get old enough that I can get me a DNA test, a good DNA test, and keep it moving. Now, we know that in 2020, all she would have to do was, he would have to do was swipe that cheek, and he can go buy that kid down to the grocery, the grocery store. But it's not, it's 1982, 83, whatever it is. And Vicky is still training with old boy. Now, I thought that they had broken it off and weren't, but she's training for a 10K, a 2K, a 3K. She's training for some sort of race, okay? It wasn't a marathon, but it was something along those lines. And let's talk about Miss Angela Channing right now. So Angela Channing, honey, is still on her grind trying to take over the globe. But remember, Richard has figured out that she is the one buying up all of his shares. And he's trying to figure out what he can do to stop her. Now, Angela and Philip are talking about reaching out to the other shareholders, getting them to vote for her, convincing them that, she has the paper's best interest at heart and why they should, vote for her instead of voting for, when it comes down to a vote for different things on the paper. Now, we also found out that Philip got him a little boo thing. And she knows that Philip and Angela have been kind of messing around, but he told her, listen, I like Angela and all of that, but there has to be a level of mutual respect, and I don't get a whole lot of mutual respect from Angela. I know who she is. I see her for her works. I'm enjoying the time I'm spending with her, and yes, I would like for it to be more, but I am not in any way, shape, or form convinced that it is something more than what it is, okay? Now, Melissa done brought the baby home. Charlie went to go get her and the baby. I said, ain't nobody gonna go get her. I mean, Lance, I know that you pretend like, but at the end of the day, you still her husband. Her mom and nobody. Charlie, y'all sent Charlie to pick the girl up from the baby after the baby almost died and she been in the hospital for however many weeks. Anyway. Now, Chase goes down to LA. Of course, he wants to see Maggie. They have a little rendezvous and everything. But he really went to go talk to these auditors because remember, the auditor told him, "Listen, I can definitely tell you that something is sour in this milk. But if you got to give me a little bit more time for me to see everything through everything." So he goes down there to see the auditor, and he gets what he needs. We're gonna get back to that in a minute. But he also sees Maggie with the producer, the what's his name? Oh shoot, now I forgot the man's name. But the producer that's producing her movie, she also, and let's be clear, Chase ain't feeling him. I feel like Chase, I don't know if people get this they get a feeling. I don't know if they just sort of get that feeling, but Chase ain't feeling it. Chase sees him and he feel like dude is kind of full of ish, right? Maggie don't see it because in Maggie's mind, he's helping me make my dreams come true. And Chase, I need you to work with me. I need you to understand, Chase. I need you to know what it is and what it ain't. And Chase is like, if you say so. But I see him. And Maggie even tries to convince Chase, well, listen, if you don't really like how this rolling, why don't you stay down here with me in LA for a little while? And Chase was like, listen, I got a whole vineyard, winery. I'm on the board for the county. I got a lot going on up into the valley. I can't stay here. So, of course, they keep missing each other. You know how that goes, right? Now, he gets back home. And Cole is like, listen, I need to talk to you, Dad. I just, something been on my mind, and I really need to let you know what it is. And he lets Chase know that he is the father of Melissa's baby. And Chase was like, are you sure? Are you sure that you're sure? And he was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that that's my baby, and I don't know what to do about it. And so, of course, Chase being the ever, rational person, he was like, okay, well, we really need to think this through. Okay. Now, if Cole was looking for some answers from Chase, maybe he didn't get them. Okay. Chase was just like, what you gonna do? Cole was like, well, this situation is kind of complicated. I really don't have the answer. And he said, okay, well, I'm gonna need you to figure it out. And then next thing you know, Vicky said, Dad, Jacqueline called from Paris and said she needs you to call her back. We're gonna get back to Miss Jacqueline. Now, Richard is talking to old girl, his little secretary, trying to figure out what they can do to stop Angela. And he tells her, he said, well, Angela must not have read the bylaws very carefully of the Globe stock. So Angela and Philip are very happy with themselves because Angela is buying up all of this stock. And Philip is telling her, listen, you could really be in a good position in another couple of weeks, but you are really spending a lot of money. Like, it is getting very dangerous. Okay, you are spending way too much money on this stock. Richard Channing comes by, right? And he lets her know, he said, I see that you've been buying up all of this stock. I think you must be really proud of yourself, huh? And, Angela was like, well, I got to do what I have to do. And he said, well, maybe you're not real familiar with the bylaws. And the bylaws state that, if there's enough profit and we're doing so well that I can put more shares on the open market. And so as of, Friday, I'm going to put 2 million more shares on the market. And Angela was like, you can't do that. You can't do that. And Philip was like, well, what about the SEC? Richard said, I already got that taken care of. So, he kind of gives them that slide, yeah, got you look. And he, leaves them there. And Angela is fit to be tied. Listen, this is the first time that I have seen anybody really sort of get one up on Angela. Like, no one has ever, like, sometimes people might get a little, like, but this was like a major coup that Richard has gotten on Angela because Philip lets her know, listen, you can't buy that stock. You don't have the money. You will bankrupt yourself trying to buy up the rest of those shares. And she was like, well, I will bankrupt Falcon Crest if that's what I got to do because I don't want him in charge of the Globe. And he said, listen, Angela, I'm telling you, you can't afford to do this. Like, that's stupid. But what they do, they reach out to one of the other shareholders who can afford to do it, and they basically get him to secure the 2 million shares, and he's sort of in their pocket, right? So she didn't buy him, but she sort of went into business with the person who did, and they're supposed to be on the same team. Now, while this is going on, the producer down in LA done convinced Maggie to move out of the hotel room and just come down to his beach house. We spending too much money here at the hotel. Let's just go down to my beach house. I got plenty of room. Blah, da, da, boo, da, boo, bada, bing. Right? They're writing. Everything is good. They're down at the beach house. They go swimming. They come out of the water. He kisses Maggie. Maggie kisses him back. He says, meet me upstairs. You take a shower. I'll take a shower. Meet me upstairs. My bedroom. And Maggie actually thinks about it, y'all, because she kissed the man. And we see her get in the shower. We see her get out the shower. And we see her look at herself in the mirror. And then you just sort of see it come across her face like, I can't do this. She ends up packing. And she lets him know. She said, you know what? This was real cute. This whole seduction thing that you had set up, it was real cute. But it's not going to work. I love my husband. This isn't who I am. If the project was connected to you getting me in bed, then I guess the project is off because that is just not who I am. Have a good day, sir. I said, okay, Maggie. All right, then. So Maggie goes home. Maggie gets home, and the first thing they tell her is she a grandmama. And she was just like, say what? And, Chase was like, yeah, I was surprised as you are. And she's kind of like, well, what are we going to do about it? And once again, nobody really has a definitive answer about what they're going to do about it. Like, how are we going to handle it? There really is no definitive answer. Vicky is still, like I said, I told y'all, she's still training with old boy. And she ends up running her race and everything. And at the end of the race, who was sitting at the end of the race? His wife. And she sees Vicky. She said, "Oh, this who you been training with?" And he said, "Yeah, you know." And you know, Vicky was uncomfortable and she was ready to go because, of course, she wasn't trying to meet the wife, honey. That was not what she wanted to do. And so she was a little uncomfortable and she asked, you know, "Can we leave? Can we get out of here?" And when they roll out, his wife looks at him and says, "You didn't tell me she was so pretty." I said, "Oh Lord, here we go with this." So, now in the meantime and in between time, Richard is still doing business with the the oh shoot oh shoot the guy that Vicky was running with. Remember, he's a county board member along with Chase, and he's still doing business with him. Remember, he voted to get that land. He voted against Chase to get that land. Chase wasn't happy with him, and him and Richard are doing business. I think that's going to be important later. That's why I'm bringing it up. Now, Angela took a couple of L's in this episode, right? So she took that L, right? But after Chase came back, okay, from meeting with the auditor, oh baby, Angela took another L in this episode. Now, Angela told Chase, because she knows that Chase has Emma's proxy. She said, "Listen, I expect that when it's time to vote, you will vote with me." Chase said, "I'm going to vote in what I think is the best interest for Emma. This is not no blind loyalty here. And why would I have any blind loyalty to you? You don't be doing me. You don't be doing me no good, okay?" Richard offered Philip a job. He turned the job down, but then he said, "Well, do I have a day or two to think about it?" Now Richard told him, "No, you ain't got no time to think about it." And Cole asked for a job up to the Falcon Crest. He said, "Listen, I'm a daddy now, okay? I need to be making some good money. You own half the winery now. I don't need to be in the fields working hard. I could just give me an office job somewhere." Now, of course, Angela said that we don't have the money for it. But Chase was like, "Listen, that's my son, and he gonna work it just like you got Lance up in here working. I'm gonna be up in here working." Now, here's where Angela took the L. Okay, Chase went and confronted Angela and let Angela know, "Listen, first and foremost, I have figured out what you're doing. You are funneling money out of Falcon Crest into another holding company that you own, and then you are using that money to do whatever else you're doing with it." He said, "First of all, what you're doing is unethical and it's illegal. So you have, I don't know, 24 hours, 48 hours, I think he said, to put all of the money back into Falcon Crest, or I will go to the authorities." He said, "Oh yes, and just to let you know, Jacqueline will be here next week as well." Now, what Jacqueline got to do with this, we'll find out later. But you already know that Jacqueline and Angela, there is no love lost. They don't like each other. It is what it is. Of course, Angela gonna look to Philip like, "Well, what can he? Well, Philip, can he do this?" Philip was like, "I mean, yeah, because what you're doing is illegal." And Chase was like, "Yeah, I have all the proof. I have everything I need. Now, I don't know why you did what you did, but baby, please know you're going to put that money back ASAP, or it's going to be some problems." So like I said, Angela then took 2 L's in this episode, because y'all know she wasn't here for none of that. She wasn't here for Richard getting the best of her, and she damn sure wasn't here for Chase getting the best of her. So baby, that was this episode. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and we're going to talk about the rest next time.